What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of The Forever Purge. This film is directed by Everado, Gout. Now, before we begin, as always, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification button at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, as well as comment below on any video to watch, including this one. So, The Forever Purge is, of course, the fifth movie in this Purge franchise. It's actually sixth because if you include the television. And The Purge, in its nutshell, is about one day of the year where overnight for, I think, about 11 or 12 hours, the people of the nation of the United States, under the Founding Fathers, who have basically taken over the United States, allow for murder, anything that you want. No police or fire departments will be involved. And the basic idea behind this franchise is you kill people, people survive. It just, concludes after that one night. So what would happen if the purge happened, as usual, but a group of extremists, a group of uprisers, a group of very demented, very one-sided people basically created the Forever Purge, took the purge and made it to the point where it's non-stop, it never ends. What would you do in that situation? And that is the synopsis of this movie, The Forever Purge. It basically sees a group of people from Mexico who have been working in America kind of illegally because they escaped from cartels in Mexico, who are working for these ranchers, who of course are played by Josh Lucas and Will Patton. And after everything starts going to hell after the purge itself, they have to find a way to survive as these kind of individuals that are going around killing people are slaughtering Mexicans and Asians, and because they're white, they see a white America and stuff like that, and these individuals, these ranchers and these Mexican individuals have to find themselves back in the Mexican border, going back over to Mexico to survive. So this movie being the fifth film in the franchise, and this film franchise being as successful as it has been, this is a franchise that's cost very little money, produced by Jason Blum and Michael Bay, but it is also a franchise that has made a lot of money in its own right, so it's been very successful. But the one thing that this movie franchise has done is allowed James DeMonaco, who is the creator of the Purge franchise, to do is to slowly eke in his ideologies, his political beliefs, and how he views America in its own right. So, for instance, the original Purge is about, rich yuppies and stuff like that, and how they really influence America and how they really feel like they have power and stuff like that. And then you get into like the Purge Anarchy and election year, and they really start kind of showing the nature of the twisted mind of the individual. And like I said, election year, and election year takes place during 2016, so it starts showing the kind of chaotic nature that the United States will become. And then the first Purge kind of shows everything that kind of starts the whole anarchy and manic person and stuff like that. And the Forever Purge is the closest to reality and scary natured ideology that has forced the United States into the kind of current situation that it is in. Now, the reason I say that is if you look at this movie, look at what James DeMonaco is doing, because he's a writer of this movie, looking how he's presenting the characters on screen, the villains on screen, the nature of what is slowly happening, you are starting to see parallels to a not only alternate universe, but a universe that, if ignited just the right way, could be our actual, United States. And it's not saying that will happen, but it has closely resembled something similar to happen this, past year. And it's a scary nature to think about, and it's a really horrifying thing to think about. But, when you watch this movie and you see what's going on, you see a group of individuals that not only have had free reign for however many years the purge has been going on, but once they get that mindset, once somebody pushes them over the edge and creates a really bloodlust type of situation, you are starting to see individuals that are going to start taking their terms into their own hands. So therefore, they will start something called the Forever Purge. These individuals, these extremists, create a purge that never ends. And you slowly start to see the United States start to crumble under this situation. It's very much like James DeMonaco is almost trying to tell us that if we're not careful, we could delve into this situation. And it's really scary to think about. It's just a personal feeling of me, but that's what he's trying to do. That's what he believes. And he's really kind of showing it in your face that we have to be careful about what happens, who we look up to, and the situations that it could lead to if we're not careful. And I'm going to be fairly honest with you, the Purge franchise in its nutshell has never been what I call the most riveting franchise in the world. It has some problems with logic and reasoning, especially with this film, with the whole idea of the Purge in general. It's like you go and you have this one night where you can kill people, and what does that do for your psyche? You know, are you going to spend the next year just plotting your murder of your best friend or something like that? It really just, I get that it represents people that are willing to just bloodlust and kill people, but when you start to think about it, there's a lot of logical leaps that this storyline takes, especially the Purge franchise, that really kind of doesn't make a lot of sense when it comes down to it. Like I said, you know, all these people have to hide in, you know, enclosed shelters. The people that are killing like their friends or their neighbors and stuff like that, you know, when they finally come out of the Purge, you know, they go back to just being friendly individuals. And there's been a lot of characters that are in this franchise that are just laughable and silly. And it happens in this too. You know, there's a lot of over-the-top silly villains in this, you know, especially the Forever Purge. But it's the messaging and it's the ideologies of what James DeMonaco is doing and what he's saying that are really on point and really scary. And like I said, it's very much in your face about what has exactly happened in the last 3, 4, 5 years now. And take that for what it's worth, but that's exactly what it's trying to say. So a lot of people who watch this movie who have certain opinions and ideologies on certain things will really find this movie offensive in that own right. It's just how it works. And a lot of people will enjoy it for just, you know, popcorn horror entertainment and whatnot. But like I said, I kind of find myself enjoying this film. This is probably the first of the Purge films that I've enjoyed since Purge Anarchy, which was the first film that had Frank Grillo in it. And I just found this movie fun. I found the idea of taking it outside the city into a, you know, rural setting like a ranch or something like that. Watching just different groups of people have to kind of come together, even though their ideologies and opinions are differing, because they know the chances of survival or to be working together. And then when you have the bad guys come in, you see these people like group together and work to try to take down the extremists and bad guys and whatnot. And I just found the movie just kind of just a fun, entertaining film. I found it very kind of thought-provoking in a lot of aspects. It's not perfect, like I said. And it's a film that I really feel that James DeMonaco as a writer and creator has gotten a lot more successful, and he's gotten a lot more confident with what he's doing. So these characters are not terribly written, they're not greatly written, but they're showing that he is very competent in his skills to tell this story, which is an ongoing saga. And after this movie ends, I'm actually intrigued on what this movie is going to do, how it's going to progress forward, because all the things that have happened at the end of this movie are really it's really interesting to watch, and it's really interesting what exactly he's going to have on his plate. But it is a warning sign of a movie. It is a very interesting movie to watch. I'm curious what people will think of the movie just on the simple fact of just their opinions, ideologies on the facts and what he's trying to present. But overall, I liked it. I think the director does a really nice job. I think, you know, having Josh Lucas in this movie was really interesting because he's not known for being in the best films, but that's the unfortunate nature of the roles he picks. But overall, like I said, it's just an entertaining movie. I like the concepts that it's trying to present, and this franchise is becoming more and more fascinating as it moves along because it really is getting to the heart of America and the heart of ideologies in America and how consuming fear can be and consuming of scary things, I guess you could say. So, but with that said, that's gonna be my take on the Forever Purge. Thank you so much for watching. In the comments below, what is your feeling on this movie if you've seen it? What's your favorite Purge movie? All that good stuff. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.